What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you episode 6 of the top 100 artists of all time. We are counting down numbers 75 to 71 on this episode, and I'm so psyched because, this has been a democratic process. You guys voted, and the results have been outstanding so far, and it's really getting good on this one. I'm excited to get to it, so let's get right to it. At number 75, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Come on, man. Yes, so deserving. And honestly, I think they deserve to be higher on this list. I mean, so influential in so many different genres of music, R&B, funk, pop, rock. I mean, they did it all, and they did it all perfectly. I mean, songs like Shining Star, one of the greatest funk songs of all time, early in their career, and then throughout, I just recently did a top 5 Earth, Wind, and Fire songs, so this is fresh in my memory, but songs like Drum Song, which is such a cool instrumental that infuses African rhythms. Then you've got, if I had to pick a favorite record by them, I would probably go with 77's All in All, which features Fantasy and I'll Write a Song for You and Serpentine Fire. So many great hits. I mean, just hit after hit. Incredible band to watch live, especially. Just awesome. And that is just at number 75. So now at 74... The Bee Gees. Oh man, I'm psyched for this one, and I know my wife will be as well. Out of the same era, really, of Earth, Wind, and Fire, the 70s, the greatest decade of all time in music history. That's when the Bee Gees were really at the top. Of course, they started in the late 60s and had some big hits then, but late 70s, they were just at the top of their game with the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. That would probably be my go-to. I mean, come on, you got Staying Alive, and it's just every song on there, More Than a Woman, so many amazing songs. But then also, right after that, Spirits Having Flown was a great album as well, with hits like Tragedy and Too Much Heaven. The list goes on, and really, they kept doing their thing. Of course, it's only down to Barry Gibb now, but man, what a legacy. And what an amazing trio the Bee Gees were. And that's just at 74. So now at number 73... A Tribe Called Quest. Oh man, another one that I'm so excited about, because to me, these are right up there with, the Beastie Boys, one of the greatest hip hop groups of all time. I mean, Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, just incredible on their own. But then together, they just had this chemistry that created some of the greatest early 90s rap music. For me, my favorite album by them is The Low End Theory from 1991. Just the first 1-2 punch of Excursions and Bugging Out. But then you also had Scenario, which was great. You had the feature by Busta Rhymes on there. I mean, they were so influential. The way that they infused live bass into their recordings like no one else. They were just on another level with albums like Midnight Marauders, and their comeback after Phife Dawg passed away as well was just top notch. Back in 2016, Thank You for Your Service, We Got It From Here. So cool, and I'm so glad that they're on the list. And this is timely because they were just once again snubbed by the Rock Hall of Fame. They were not nominated, and I can't believe that they're still not in the Rock Hall of Fame, but hey, they're on this list. So we got to be happy about that. So now at number 72... Sly and the Family Stone. Man, talk about, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, just being such innovators, and they were before Earth, Wind, and Fire. They came out in the 60s. They were one of the first popular integrated bands of black and white and female and male, and just their music was so happy. It just put you in a good mood. Songs like Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. Man, it'd be tough to pick a favorite album. I would probably have to go with Stand because it had so many of their greatest hits. Of course, their greatest hits album was incredible. And then, after that, in the early 70s, there's a riot going on. They were just so influential in so many different ways. Like I said, with Earth, Wind, and Fire, so many different genres. They really created their own sound, and so many artists after them stole their drums and bass to put into hip hop music in the future. So another group that probably should be higher on the list, but yeah, so psyched that they're on here as well. And now at number 71, Parliament / Funkadelic. They're technically two different groups, but they're always paired together because they're both the brainchild of the genius George Clinton. And man, I'm so excited. This episode represents so much African American amazing music, and again, another one that should be higher on the list, unfortunately. But man, another great one. I mean, if I had to pick a favorite, it would have to be Mothership Connection. That album is incredible from start to finish. It feels like you're in some kind of otherworldly radio station where, he's making all these crazy announcements, and then those horns come in and the bass groove, make my funk the P-Funk. Oh man, so great. I mean, favorite song, Flashlight comes to mind. Those bass lines by Bootsy Collins, man, one of the greatest bassists of all time. So much great funk, but then also a band that brought rock into the mix. What songs like Maggot Brain and things like that. Then you've got, of course, One Nation Under a Groove, another great record, that being on the Funkadelic side. So yeah, guys, I'm excited about this list. You guys have picked some great artists along the way. Can't wait to see where it goes from here. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the list so far? Have any of these artists, were they on your list? I'm sure they were. And thank you guys so much for watching. As you know, top fives every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Stay tuned next week for the next episode on this top 100. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.